RGT-01 made by Zamel, is an electronic thermostatic head with radio communication. It allows for autonomous temperature control by means of settings made on the device front panel or using the EXTA LIFE EFC01 controller. RGT-01 is an alternative to traditional heads. At first, disassembled the previously used head, in order to put RGT-01 head. The installation place should allow free airflow. During installation, pay attention to tight the retaining ring to the valve. The head can be mounted to M30 type valves. For other valves it is necessary to use adapters. For examples, valves with M28 thread and Danfoss valves. The RGT-01 head is mounted in horizontal position only. After tightening the head to the valve, put two 1.5 volts AA-type alkaline batteries, then close the casing. The head will automatically start the calibration process with a given valve, and after 5 seconds the word call appears on the display. The calibration process takes 15 to 20 seconds. During this, the valve is alternately closed and opened. At the first startup, set the current time and day of the week. Do this by holding down the P button for a longer time. Enter the head menu and using the plus-minus buttons to go to the screen to set the time and day of the week. The selection is confirmed by the P button. The selection is made using the plus-minus buttons, at following sequence, hours, minute and the day of the week. The selection is confirmed with the P button. By pressing the M button, return to the main menu without saving the active part of the settings. The head in manual mode is based on value of the set temperature. It controls the degree of closure of the valve to reach the set temperature in the shortest possible time. By holding down the P button, enter the head menu. In the mode selection menu, quickly press the P button and then use the plus-minus button to select the manual mode. Confirm with the P button. After selecting the mode, go to the main menu using the M button. The selection between the currently measured temperature value, room, and the set temperature is changed with the P key. The set value is confirmed by short press of the P button. In automatic mode, temperature control is carried out on a weekly basis based on the schedule. To set the automatic mode, press the P button and then enter the head menu. In the mode selection menu, quickly press the P button and then use the plus-minus button to select the automatic mode. The selection is confirmed by pressing the P button. When chosen the appropriate mode, please go to the main menu using the M button. The schedule is set for a given day of the week based on 4 modes: temperature, comfortable, economic, out of home and user. To set the mode temperatures, hold the P button, and then enter the head menu, and after finding the appropriate function, press the button P. Quickly then using the plus-minus buttons to select the temperature and set its value by recording with the P button. There is a relationship between the temperatures shown in the upper right corner of the screen. When we have made the appropriate settings, go to the main screen using the M button. The global temperatures are set in the range from 5 degrees Celsius to 50 degrees Celsius with a resolution of half a degree Celsius. Addition of the schedule for a given day of the week is based by assigning one of 4 mode temperatures to a given time interval. The schedule can be edited from the head as well as from the EXTA LIFE application. For editing the set temperatures for the given time periods, go from the head menu to the schedule editing screen. Then choose the day of the week to be edited. For given day, set a preset temperature for each half-hour time interval. Switching between time intervals is done by quick pressing the P button. In the upper right corner of the display is an example of a schedule, which will be set in this movie. Confirmation of the whole day and exit to the day selection menu is done by quick pressing the M button. In order to copy a given schedule for others' days, choose the day of the week from the schedule editing window by the P button, select the day of the week to which schedule will be copied. In the further part of the video, schedule programming for Saturday will be presented, and then this schedule will be copied on Sunday. At the end, the correctness of the settings will be verified to the one assumed at the beginning of the schedule. To restore the schedule to the default settings, keep the P button pressed and enter the head menu. Then use the plus-minus buttons to go to the schedule editing menu. Use the plus-minus buttons to select the day of the week for which default schedule will be restored. Selection confirm by P button. Holding the P button for longer time will erase the temperature and restore the default schedule for the day of the week. It is also possible to delete the schedule by resetting the head to the factory settings. The valve control is related to the hysteresis values. These hystereses determine the temperature offset to the set temperature, in which the head does not regulate the valve. This dependence was presented in the upper right corner of the display. To set the hysteresis value, press the P button, enter the head menu, find the function, using the P button, then use the plus-minus button, choose the maximum and minimum hysteresis, save values using the P button. In window opening mode, the RGT-01 head completely close the valve. This is in order to quick turn off the heater while ventilating the room. To start the window opening mode, press the plus-minus buttons, the off symbol will appear on the screen, and the valve will close completely. The head will return to normal operation by pressing any button or automatically after 30 minutes from entering the window opening mode. Out of the heating season, head motor could be set accordingly. In order to make changes, keep the on/off button pressed for about 5 seconds, and then select with the plus-minus buttons. The head can be set in one of the following modes: in the last known position, in the fully open position on, in the fully closed position valve, off. Confirm selection by pressing the on/off button. In order to set the LCD contrast, first press the P button to enter the main menu. Then find function of changing the contrast and press the P button again. Using the plus-minus buttons, choose the desired contrast. Value 7 is the maximum contrast, the value 0 is the minimum contrast. The setting is saved by the P button. After successful settings, go to the main menu using the M button. In case the head reports a calibration error, it may be necessary to change the force that the head push on the valve. In order to make changes, enter the head menu by holding the P button and then select the appropriate function by short confirmation with the P button. 6 settings from 0 to 5 are available, where 0 corresponds to a force of about 70 newtons and setting 5 is about 140 newtons. The parameter should be gradually increased, and the calibration process should be repeated until the head is successfully calibrated. In order to reset the head to the factory settings, enter the head menu by holding the P button and then select the appropriate function. The selection is confirmed by quick pressing the P button. The reset to the factory settings takes place by holding down the P button for a longer time. After 5 seconds, the head will be reset and recalibrated.